Hey everybody, and welcome to Galactic Civilizations 4 with me, Time and Tactics. This is in beta right now. I'm playing version 0.77b beta. You can pick it up in the Epic Game Store right now. It's going to come out later this year, I think. But let's go ahead and check out and see how far they have come right now. Now, we can play as quite a few of these races. The basic default one would be the Terran Alliance, but we're going to play as the Terran Resistance instead. And we are the portion of humanity that wasn't trapped on Earth behind the precursor shield. Years on the run has made us resourceful but hard, and formed a schism with the rest of humanity, which might take some time to heal. Our abilities includes that we are resourceful, so we start with some useful resources. We're unrelenting, so we get more control, and we'll look at that when we get into the game. We get a colony ship and a survey ship. That's going to be handy, I think. Our starting ideology is creativity, which I think you can change in the game, and we'll see how that works out. Our biology, well, it's carbon-based, of course. And here's some information about our citizens. We're known for our flexibility and productivity. We have lower expectations than other species. And that means our approval is going to be higher, I think. And that would take care of that. We can pick any of these, obviously. But let's go ahead and customize. Let's see what we can do. There's a lot of customization in the game, actually. And here's our traits. We have 1, 2, and 3 selected right now. As you can see, we have used up all our points. So we're veterans +1, which means we gain 20% more experience for our ships. That will come in handy. And courageous +1 as well. We get resistance +10. That will come into play if we get our home worlds or one of our worlds get invaded. I don't know if hopefully we won't plan on that anyway. We are militant, and that means that militant +1, that means our control goes up by 20. Okay, and here's our homeworld. I guess it's called Refuge. Makes sense? It's a terrestrial planet. Let's check out the customizations options. As you can see, we can do a lot here. I think that's going to be a lot of replayability in the game just based on this. Right now, it's recommending 8 gigs of RAM. I have 32, which won't be a problem. And the number of CPU cores, 2. I have 16 logical ones, so that should be fine. So I'm keeping everything here to default. So we'll see what a basic game, the way they think a basic game is. We'll see how that goes. So it's going to be normal. Everything's going to be pretty basic here. Now pay attention to this, though. Galaxy difficulty is normal. Civilization proximity, others in sector. They don't really point that out here, and I think a few people have made this mistake that when the game starts up, they think it's the whole galaxy. It's not. It's just well, in this case, a small sector that we're looking at. So later on, you can expand into the entire galaxy. But when the game starts, you can't even see it. So that's going to be interesting to see how that works. It's going to be a few sectors. Going to be small to start off with. I don't know if that means there are going to be other sectors out there where we don't start. They're going to be large. I don't know. Anyway, everything else is pretty standard here. We have the option to disable tech trading and tech brokering, which, in some games get abused by trading to the AI. You kind of game it a little bit, but we'll leave it on here by not disabling it. Let's look at our victory options. As you can see, there's a lot of them selected here. If I were to play this for real, we're just doing a test run here, but if I did that, then the month limit, maybe I would take that off, because that would artificially set number of turns, I guess. But we'll leave it on for now. Opponents? Well, we are playing as the Terran. Let me just double check here now. There is a little bug. Okay, we were playing Terran Resistance. There was a little bug where, even though I selected Terran Resistance, I showed up with Terran Alliance. And I'm suspicious here, because we can see here, we have Terran Resistance in the option as an opponent. Let me just go back. It is, after all, a beta. Yeah, see here? There, we'll select that again. Opponents. Now we see Terran Alliance. Okay, good. We'll keep it like that. So these are the various factions, civilizations. We'll look at them once we get started in the game. If we wanted to, we can set up teams. Up to 19 teams here. We're not going to do that, but if it gets too easy, like I'm playing on easy here, but If it were too easy, we could just set them all up to be against us if we wanted to. Okay, let's go ahead and start the game. Okay, so we're in the game. Terran resistance here. Okay, let's see what we have. We're looking at our starting solar system here, and by the way, you can use WASD, and you can use middle mouse button to rotate. I wish they used Q and E because I kind of like to keep it on the keyboard, but anyway, so we start on our home planet here, Refuge. It's in the shade here. If we rotate it, we can see the beautiful planet here. Looks pretty good, I think, actually. Now, unlike games like Stellaris, this is not real-time. This is, well, I guess Stellaris is in a way turn-based. It's just so micro. The turns are so fast, but this is a more of a true turn-based game, so don't expect the exact same flow of the game. But anyway, so we have Earth here. A couple different things to look at. On the bottom we have like main civilization options here. We have whatever you select shows up here. Up here we have some resources, and our research is up here. The game is still a little bit in flux, so maybe the UI will change more. I don't know. Oh, it looks like we have a friend over here already. 2 of them. Let's go ahead. You can see the outline here. Let's go ahead and scroll out. Now, this is what some people thought was the galaxy. Obviously, well, not obviously, but it is actually a pretty small place, right? Yeah, but in fact, it's not the galaxy. This, well, it is the galaxy, but we can't zoom out. It's just a small sector. Later on, we should find more sectors out here, and that's why it can fool you a little bit. But as you can see, there's not many planets here, many systems. There's one here and one there. That's where we have our friend starting, so that's really tight. This is the default starting. It looks like we should go this way maybe and explore. But let's look and see what we have in Refuge. So this is our influence here. What are we looking at? Refuge itself is here. It says Proxima Centauri here. But it is actually Refuge, our core world. So this one here, there's a lot of information here. That when it says class 25, amazing, that's how big it is, how much you can do on the planet itself. We can jump into the planet, take a look at it right away by selecting manage. And this is what we have to deal with. It said class 25, well, they have 25 of these hexes. Basically showing you what it looks like on the ground. And they all have different benefits. Desert, you can't build food improvements. The plains, ideal for research and manufacturing. We found a special thing here. A Betatron Collider. Upgrade this artifact to unlock charges that will damage an enemy fleet. Over here we have a precursor nanites. +2 to manufacturing to any adjacent hexes. Interesting. Here's manufacturing. We have some special buildings we can do as well over here on the left. There are some player achievement, 1 per player, so it's like a wonder if you like in other games, but it's wonder for you only. Here is another one, or not wonders, but a special building that you can set up just for you, but only once. And then here's another one. There's also galactic achievements, which are more like the wonders of other games. Anyway, what else do we have here? Just take a look at it. +2 to approval. The way it works in the game is you are looking at your population here. So every population is not just a number. While we have 5, they are represented here by actual people. So Marcy Chandler over here has certain stats, and they will be used when they're assigned to certain jobs. Like in this case, they're all assigned to manufacturing. They will produce, which is good. But basically, that's a manufacturing value they get is based on their diligence. You can see their diligence, the purple number there. Well, the purple one is 3. So if we switch somebody off to be like farmer, we want to use, well, diligence as well. But if it's a scientist, intelligence instead. So if you look at them here, what do we have? Marcy here is a 3 in intelligence, 5 in intelligence, and that all adds up, all of them. So if we go over to the left side, we can see what it all adds up to here. So for farming, we have something called farming or farming input. So Refuge by itself produces 12. Then that's modified by the Natural League, which is something we have, I guess I think the ideology, and then pollution, -11%. So we don't get any kind of boost there. If we switch somebody off from manufacturing to farming, we would see that go up. We can actually do that now. So we take her. So now she is doing farming, and she has 3 in diligence. Remember that? You can see here, farmer plus 6. I think you take the diligence times 2, and that is a modifier to how much you make. So 12% minus 0.2%, not 20%, and then plus 6% and minus 11 and all that stuff. So you get to 11.38. But right away, I don't think we need more food. We have 6 in surplus. I think that's going to affect how quickly we get up to another population, but I don't want to switch anybody off of manufacturing. I think it's more important that we get something built on the planet. And I am inclined to get something like the capital mainframe. So player achievement, we don't have 1, but it costs 25 construction. We're making 3.3 right now, and you can see why. Refuge produces 3, and then we have a modifier here. And the way that works is, see it says approval? Well, that's the last modifier. Everything below there is what you end up with, and then you take the approval times that. So in our case, we get 3 from the mineral input, which is this value here. And then we add on, well, the science team, I guess our scientists are using some of the resources. A negative modifier there, slight. And then the governor, 11%. And then the workers, it says, parentheses 5, 21. So that's if you add up all of their diligence here, it comes up to 21. So that's a pretty good increase, 21% there. Now the governor gives 11. That's Jenna Casey over here. Okay, she is the oldest of 7 children and the only one that hasn't died in battle. So we can see what she has here. She has diligence 11, and the modifier is 11. So that's why we get that. So pretty good. Our approval is high at 84%. I feel that's pretty high. I was going to say we may need to do something about that, but with 80, we don't get much of a reduction in production based on the approval. But let's go ahead and see if we can get this building here, the capital mainframe. It gives us another 20% in research and 1 in innovation. And if you put it down, we get +2 to any adjacent hexes. Now this is our capital city, +2 level to all. So if I put my capital mainframe right over here, it would be a level 2 right away, and then it would spread out there. But you know what I'm thinking? Maybe somewhere around here in the middle is better. The tundra by itself, and we can check that here by dragging this across. This will be now a level 1 mainframe, capital mainframe. You can see that little arrow at the top right hand corner. 1, yeah, level 1 because of that tundra. And then it will spread out around it. So by default, it will provide 20 research. But because it's level 1, it will give you another 3%. That might be something you want to do. We can just put it back over there. What do we have over here? Permanent rainbow, +2 to approval. I don't want to mess that up. We'll put probably something that to do with approval. You can just left click. We can see we get a +2 here. Takes 13 turns to get an entertainment district. I think I want to get this one, and we'll get into this more later, but we'll probably take the capital mainframe and put it here. That's food plain. Mountains plus wealth. Lakes approval. So there's nothing really here for research. Oh, there's a little bit of research. Do we want to put it somewhere else instead? These plains are good, so put it there. We can definitely build it up there. I don't want to agonize too much over it. There's a tundra as well, but maybe put it here, because then right away we get a boost. That extra +3. We'll do that. Okay, 8 turns. We should have it ready to go. That's good. We can look at the bottom right hand corner to see what they want us to do. Anyway, what else do we have? That's Earth. Not Earth. Refuge. Almost Earth. And we get the numbers right here. What do we have? We have some asteroids over here. They will provide a little bit of minerals. Looks like they're 2 separate asteroid belts. Not huge. There's some planets over here. Shade and Shield. They're class 4. So if we take control of them and make them core planets, not just colonies, but core, then we can operate on those 4 hexes. But you know what? I think it's better to make them colonies. The colony idea is that you will colonize them, but then you won't really have them do anything on their own. They'll just forward send all of their stuff over to whatever planet is the core planet that you've designated. In our case, is Refuge. So I think we should settle here and they just send it on. Like Shield has 2 manufacturing. Would help a lot here. And I know we start with a colony ship right over here. The Endeavor. 6 in movements, level 1 right now. Okay, let's go ahead and send it over there. I'm gonna go over to Shield first, I think. Alright, good, so we're there. It's gonna take one more turn to get that going. In the meantime, we have a little probe we can take, and we have the survey ship. These yellow things, they're artifacts and space junk, miscellaneous things out here. We want to take that before somebody else does. What do we have here? Precursor anomaly, heavily defended. Want to be careful about that. And if you're wondering, this is our shipyard. It's not Proxima Centauri, it's actually a refuge shipyard there, I think. Well, I guess that's the sun. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so refuge is just our planet. Okay, but anyway, let's take our survey ship, and we should probably go and take these here before somebody else does. Artifacts, powerful relics. They are rare, but give valuable rewards. So we have 3 or 4 of them here. Okay, we'll go over here and check it out. There, that will take 3 months. And we are in January 8, 2307 right now. Which, by the way, we're not yet winning. 1,000 points, I guess, is what we need. We have 3 based on our citizens. We have 1 more probe. I think I'm going to send it out, you know, over here. Where do we go? Maybe we'll go down here first, in case somebody is down there. I mean, if somebody else comes over there, you know, we want to take that before they do. Now, if we think about the universe here, we're going to be settling more worlds, right? We need more colony ships, and they take a while. If we look at the shipyard over here, colony ships takes 19, probe takes 9. 19 turns a long time. But what we can do is we can use something called executive orders. We have 3 right now. This one over here is called draft colonists. Will cost us control. Remember that we get extra control as humans? Well, it will also reduce our approval by 2%. But maybe only on that planet, I think, where we colonize. So we can get that. Whenever we find another planet, let's just hurry up and get one of these. And then there's going to be a cooldown time after we use it. But I think that's good. Okay, we haven't done research. Yeah, so we have 4 to choose from here. If we assign a minister, we can have a 5th one. So maybe we should do that, actually. We haven't talked about what's down here. But if we look here, recruit and manage your leaders. Right now, we have 3 available, not yet recruited, but they're available to be recruited for another couple months here. Okay, they look pretty decent. I'm looking at the loyalty here. You don't want too low, or they might rebel. Their stats will then affect different things. Intelligence has to do with research. Diligence will modify manufacturing, and so forth. What am I looking at here? 8 here, 80. I'm thinking like this. We can make maybe 321 control is what it control? No. Wealth. Money is what it takes. This one is very expensive. We can't really recruit him. Do we want to recruit this guy? Well, we can also look at this special traits they have. Authoritarian increases authority ideology by +3. He's a spy. As a diplomat, reveals the destinations of their assigned civilization's fleets. Draconian +3 control. Doesn't sound too bad. Increases innovation ideology and +2 intelligence. That might be pretty good for this guy here, Leo Mator. 20% growth when assigned as a governor. But I was going to put him in as a minister. We have a couple here. We have 3 available right now. Minister of Technology. Adds an additional technology slot. Remember we had 4? It's going to be a 5th one. And increases research. So already we have a tricky situation here. Because I can't take this guy. It's only 3 in intelligence. This guy is what we would use. This is too expensive. We can reassign them later. So let's go ahead and recruit Leo. And then we'll make him Minister of Technology. So we get 1 more random tech slot. Perfect. And 8% more research based on this number here. We don't need a governor yet, but later on, once we have another planet, Jenna Casey, we'll keep her there. You can see what she gives. She has actually very good approval, 19 there. That comes from her social skills. Okay, commanders we could have as well. They take control of a ship, and then they can fly around in space and have, special abilities there. But let's not do that just yet. So we're on our way over to S.H.I.E.L.D. We are surveying here. We are building, right? Yeah. We're going to do then, we're going to look at our civilization. On the left, we can see how we're doing in general across all the planets. Right now we have medium taxes. If I bring it down to normal, we basically get 10% more production the way it works. We do lose a little bit of money, right? But we are making enough for right now. Let's just go down to that. Normal taxes. Yeah, we'll do that. Then we also have these policies, they call them. And they do different things. Growth plus 100%, approval minus 5%. This one here, IP theft. Diplomacy bonus minus 1. It might be tricky, but research 20%. We'll take it. Yeah, we have other slots there. Research new technologies to unlock more policy slots. We now have to go back and see what we're going to do. We got 5 of them now because they're the minister. Alright, what do we have? Space elevator. This one here, you can see what it does. Unlocks a few things there. Research districts. We can build research districts on our planet. It's a good one, I think. Armed shuttles. Well, that means we can now build ships that can fight back. And that's good for combat, obviously. But also, sometimes if you go in here and look at the population, they are complaining because there are not enough support, military support there. Not a problem for us. Let's not do this one yet, although we're going to have to do something at some point here. Hyperwave radio. What do we get here? Leadership recruiting, Xeno entertainment. Asteroid mining is good. Remember, we have 2 asteroid belts, and this would give us 2 asteroid miners we can then assign to the asteroids, but they're really small. These here, the belt, there are 2 here. And if you can't see that, you can go out a little bit more. You can see there are 2 there. So you have to spend 2 of those miners, and then we could feed that into refuge. Maybe we want to do that, though. That would be this one. And the mining laser. Subspace scanning is interesting. Then we can detect subspace streams. That's the way you travel from sector to sector. Remember the little small area we're in? That's not all of it. So this will take 2 turns. We'll do that, I think. Let's do that. Okay, so we're doing everything we can. I think there's, what do we have? Oh, it's idle. We didn't say anything here. I think I'm going to go for a probe. Select it here and then say build 8 turns from now. We can design new ships as well, but we're not going to do that just yet. I think that's it. And now we have the option to go to the next turn. Message from navigators. A curious creature stares back at us from the screen. 10 or 12-legged in the manner of segmented insect, the creature also appears to have a lightly armored exoskeleton. Okay, there's some noise he's making. We don't know what it is. Yeah, we need a universal translator. We're going to fake a smile on that. Do we see anything? We don't. What's this here? This would be a... It blocks it from movement. Yeah, nebula. Minus 75% moves there. And you can see now we only have 2 months to go here. We are almost ready. Let's go ahead and settle on S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, we're going to colonize it. Let's call it S.H.I.E.L.D. This is our very first colony. New alien world. So let's take a look at that. There's an event. Oh, let's look at this event first. So we found the navigators. What are we doing as far as communicating with them? We'll assign our scientists to the task when we have time. Yeah, maybe. Or we can just pay to do it. Private enterprise. I'm going to assign. We can do that ourselves. Anyway, so now we have this system. But as you can see, there are these lines going from S.H.I.E.L.D. to refuge. That's because it's a colony. We can't actually manage it. We have to assign a governor to do that. You know, if we want to do that. That's kind of expensive in terms of morale. Right now it's 65%. if we take full control, they're going to expect more. And that's not something I want to do on a small planet like this. Class 4, so only 4 hexes available. I'd say we leave that there, and we'll just pump in their output into Refuge's output. We should be able to see that here. Refuge 3, Shield 1.9. And it's not the full 2, because you can see here it says decay under the word colony, -5. The further away you are, the more it decays when it travels across. But I think that's good for Refuge. Everything's going to be quicker now. If we check it out here, 4 turns. Wasn't that 8? I think it was. So that's going to be helpful. So we're making 6 now. Here we have Refuge 5. Don't get anything from Shield. Shield, we get a little bit of wealth. A little bit of money there. And that's also influence. Influence being how quickly we expand out here. I think that's good, you know. Let's get another one here, but should we? Well, farming. I mean, it's good. It's good to do it, but the only way we can do it right now would be to get them here, and then it's a cooldown, like I said. And if we find another planet, we can check here, actually. No, we only have shade. These are dead planets, I believe. Yeah, dead. This one is dead too, yeah. Okay, well, so maybe we do want to send out another one and just take them as soon as we can. The problem is, obviously, right, that's going to be a cooldown, and we have to then switch our production instead here. While we can rush it, we could rush a colony ship. It would cost us money, but maybe we want to do that. The problem too is a little bit that we get that little bit of negative approval, but that's fine. Okay, we'll do it. Yep. So normally when you build a colony ship, you have to actually take one of your colonists onto the ship and they go away. But not for this one here, I believe it's free. So we'll go over here and colonize Shade. Ah, but there is an event here. Strange fungus. A strange fungus on this planet has begun infecting our colonists. Oh no. With an illness that is immune to our medicine. Although our doctors can treat the symptoms easily enough, they have no hope of finding a cure, and the risk of contagion is high. Okay, we'll never see its full growth potential, but we don't really need to, right? Because we're going to keep this planet as just feeding into Earth. Some argue that we should cull the disease to protect the rest of the colony. Okay, cull meaning kill. Becomes plagued. -50 tourism. Quarantine the people. Equality, ideology, awareness. We'll look at that in a second. But yeah, negative tourism. I guess it's negative tourism. Called negative 25% approval for 25 turns. This is a long time. Growth. I think I'll take this one. It seems most reasonable, and we're going to keep this as a colony, not a core world. I think it's okay if tourism goes down and growth goes down. We'll do that. Okay, so here, Shade provides this for us now. We can look at that. See if we're getting this here now. We can look at that here. What do we get? So Shield provides that. Shade provides a little bit of research. Great, that's good news. Yeah, so they do provide a little bit there. That's Shade there and Shade here. It's a lot there, actually, farming. Growth is 4.49. Okay. Okay, now that we've done that, let's go down and look here on the ideology. Now, with these, you have to select either or, right? So here in authority, you have to select either authority or liberty. You can have both. Right now, we have the option, if we had culture points, we have none. We could select this one. We cannot select this one at all because we need liberty points for this. If you look at, which one was it we had? Creativity. This one is available as long as we get a culture point. I think special events, different things for that. And that means we're going to be, it's going to cost less to rush. Okay, good. We have 14% there. The citizens all do have different ideas, right? So if we pick the wrong thing, I'm just looking here, somebody is going to be unhappy. Okay, well that's fine there. What else do we have? Data bank, we can look at stats. Interesting things. We have us and the navigators. All right. And then over here we have galactic challenges. We'll look at that later, I think. But we can do some diplomacy. They're second and first. Second mainly. Archaeologist. Starfaring, plus 50% ship range. They can detect and travel on subspace streams. Oh, really? Wow, okay. Creativity. That's good. That's what we like. Here we can see how they like us. We're outside of their traveling range. That's good. But different ideological values. We do? I thought we had creativity as well. But okay, anyway, that's fine. We have found 2 hypersilicates. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Powerful research data banks, and then Durancium, 2. There's a little bit of food. We have some control still, and a little bit of money there. 1 more turn to asteroid mining is complete. Okay, well, that will have to do it for this first episode. Come back and we'll play more, I guess.